Welcome to Safety Elevator Industry Session Introduction. My name is Kimberly Patrick Barker. I'm going to be your presenter. The agenda today, the introduction. We're going to talk about the learning objectives, the DOB Now overview, the features and benefits, roles and responsibilities, registering for e-filing, the future process, identification of process, filing statuses. We're going to do an industry demonstration, the elevator release overview, another demonstration, and session closing. Give you helpful links, DOB Now resources. Let's get started. So again, the learning objectives, we're going to describe DOB Now, list the modules included in DOB Now, actions that can be taken, and the benefits of DOB Now. And then we're going to access and navigate the DOB Safety Industry Portal. So DOB Now is an interactive web-based portal that will enable building owners, design professionals, filing representatives, licensees to do all business with DOB online. DOB includes build, safety, inspections, and licensing. The actions available in DOB Now, you can submit applications, make payments, schedule appointments, check the status of an application, pull permits, and renew permits. We have the public portal, which is open to the public. Anyone can access the portal. The industry portal, you must have an email and password. The internal DOB, which is the DOB staff, once you've completed your filing, it moves over to the DOB staff for them to review. The features and benefits, you can submit a job filing online. You don't have to travel down to DOB office anymore. Real-time job filing information, greater transparency of the filing process, and faster processing time. Digital filing allows for quicker turnaround time for submitted filings. Roles and responsibilities. Inspectors, design professionals, other stakeholders, property owners, filing representatives, and site safety teams can access the industry portal. The e-filing, the owner completes the form, clicks the verification email, and receives confirmation from DOB. All others complete the form, click verification email, print the authentication form, sign and date or notarize, submit the application to DOB, and receive confirmation from DOB. Some of the statuses you'll see: pre-filing, QA supervisor review, incomplete submission, rejected, filing fee due, accepted, accepted with civil penalties. And now I'm going to demonstrate the navigational part. To access the industry portal, you must have an email and password. On the right-hand side, you complete the information here, email address and your password, and click on to log in. This will take you to the DOB Now Submit Filing page. You can click on to Build or Safety. Right now, we're going to move over to Safety and click on to Elevator. This takes you to the Elevator Safety Filing dashboard. You'll see you have Inspection Test ELB 3, Affirmation of Correction ELB 29, and Test Notification ELB 36. You'll also have on the side, Dashboard menu. If you click onto the main dashboard, it brings you back to the first page here where you can click onto Safety or Build. On the dashboard itself, underneath Inspection Test ELB 3, you'll have the tabs for pre-filing, Inspection Test Report, pre-filing, the list is here. of any filings that are in the pre-filing status, paid to file, in process, processed. Affirmation of corrections, you'll have pre-filing, paid to file, in process, processed. Test notification, just the list of the filings itself, and you have my favorites. If there are any filings that you want to save as a favorite that you consistently look at on a daily basis, you can put them in the My Favorites tab. If you're looking for a specific number or tracking number, group number, and I'll talk about group number in a moment, tracking number, you can start to put in that information. And as you start to type, the system looks for that particular number, a tracking number, and it pulls up the ones that are related to it. You can also search by address. If I'm looking for 280 Broadway, it will bring up the location 280 Broadway, and you can search for that filing information here. The same is for owner, device type, and across. If I wanted to go into a filing or I double click onto the filing number, view inspection test report, the group number, device ID, report status, I click onto yes if I want to view that filing. I'm into the filing itself. On the right-hand side, you have dashboard, which will take you back out to the main dashboard. Application highlights about the filing itself. Location, the address, the group number, if there are any. You click on to close. Payment, if there was any payment, it would be here. You can view the filing, but because it's in pre-filing status, you'll see the information that's there. Property profile. It may take a moment to populate. Building characteristics are here. Click on to close. And history, if there was any history trace, it would be here. We looked at several things. Learning objectives have been met for this section. We described DOB, 4 business areas in DOB Now, the actions that can be taken in DOB Now, the features and benefits, and we navigated through the safety industry portal. Now we're going to move into the safety elevator industry process overview. The learning objectives, identify 3 filing report types, discuss key differences between current and future state, identify future processes in DOB Now, safety elevator, file an inspection test, ELB3, file an inspection test, ELB3, jump up, jump down, personal hoist, 90-day renewal, file an affirmation of correction, ELB29, and file test notification, ELB36. Access and navigate the public portal. So again, elevator filing report types, electronic filing is 100%, compliance filing, ELB3, affirmation of corrections, ELB29, and test notification, ELB36. Customers in the current state travel down to DOB, wait in long lines, security checks, to talk to the DOB staff. In the future state, customers can go online. You can go online at home or wherever you have access to a computer, and that information will be sent electronically over to the DOB staff. Identification numbers. The borough code number has the borough device type and serial number. The group number, which I'll talk about in a minute, has the form name, borough, and sequence number. And you have a tracking number, which has the form name, device ID, and the sequence number. And you can see as the video moves through, it's talking about the tracking number, the form name, device ID, and the sequence number. So a group number is, on the dashboard, each of the devices added to a filing will have the same group number, and clicking onto any of the filings will open the entire group. Data entry, modification, attestations will be applied across all filings in the group. A tracking number, once the payment is made, the report is filed, the previously submitted batch of devices will be split into individual reports, and each device will have a unique tracking number. The tracking number naming convention is derived from filing type, device number, and serial number. And for the future process, you'll see that all file-exempt filings will be forwarded to DOB QA review. ALC's periodically control inspections based on conditions will be forwarded. No or late test notifications will be automatically checked. Cancel a test notification, automatically submitted. ELB3 inspection test report, automatically submitted. And calculating the late fees and penalties, the system automatically calculates that as you move through the filing process. PVT and QC inspection reports automatically submitted. No report file violations automatically checked. ELB 29 elevator affirmation of corrections automatically submitted. Filing process, register for e-filing, log into the industry portal, complete report or application, attest, pay the fees, penalties, or violations, submit auto file under review. And these are the different filing statuses, elevator filing report statuses, inspection test report, ELB3. All the statuses start out with pre-filing. As you move into the actual category 1 and 5, payment verification and process, accepted with defects, correction, affirmation of corrections, pre-filing pending payment, payment verification and process, corrections accepted, test notification, submitted, canceled, inspection test report, ELB, PVT, QC, accepted with defects, and personal voice has pre-filing and received. Payments, with the exception of civil penalties, can be paid by credit card, debit card, e-check. Filing fee is calculated per elevator device. Select Save, click Proceed. All filing fees, including late fees, must be paid in full for all devices in order to file. Partial payments are not accepted. Payment responsibility. Payment can be made by anyone associated with the filing. However, after attesting, the only person that receives this notification is the owner. As the owner, you're responsible for the submission of this filing with any applicable fees. The performing agency director must now proceed with this filing. Then anyone associated with the filing, including the owner, may pay the filing fee. Until payment is received, late fees or civil penalties will incur for the filings received after the filing deadline. So now we're going to move into inspection test, ELB3, category 1 and category 5. Log in, the performing agency director, co-director, select inspection, elevator inspection or test category, search for the device. You can add up to 5 devices, enter the owner, performing, and witnessing agent information, add defects, upload documents, complete statement and signatures, submit payment, preview before filing, proceed with filing. And roles and responsibilities. The foreman, agency director, and co-director can create and enter inspection report, add or delete devices, add defects, upload required documents, proceed, submit report. Second, to attest. Performing agency inspector, create and enter inspection report, add and delete device, add defects, upload required documents. First, to attest. Owner, witnessing agent, director, or co-director, witnessing agent, inspector, attest after performing agency inspector and director or co-director. Performing agency director or co-director and witnessing agency director and co-director attestations. If the director is also listed as the inspector, then they are able to complete both the director attestation and the inspector's attestation. Payment fees. Filing is calculated per elevated device. Save. Click on to proceed. Performing agency director or co-director must click proceed. Performing agency director or co-director can review fee calculation information. Options: pay to file or cancel to go back to the form. If canceled, the report becomes read-only. All filings, including late fees, must be paid in full for all devices in order to file. No partial payments are permitted. And again, Category 1 devices, inspection reports are restricted to 1 report per calendar year, reporting cycle January 1st to December 31st. Category 5 devices, DOB now will permit multiple reports within the same reporting cycle if and only if they have unique inspection dates. Duplicate files on the same device are not permitted in DOB. So now I'm going to go through a demo for the Category 1, 1-year Category 1 or 5-year Category 5. Now I'm on the Elevated Safety Filing dashboard. I'm going to click on to Inspection Test Report ELV3. And as you see that you have inspection types, Elevated Inspection Test. You can choose 1-year test Category 1, 5-year test Category 5. I can choose both. If I wanted to do personal hoist, I can click onto personal hoist, jump up, and you'll see personal hoist jump down is grayed out, so those cannot be chosen together. But I can choose personal hoist 90-day temporary renewal. So I'm moving back over to Elevated Inspection Test, and I'm clicking on to 1-year test Category 1. Click on to submit. And you have a notification, hazardous conditions can be submitted in DOB Now Safety. Witnessing agency signatures are not required for private residential elevators, conveyors, dumbwaiters, or material lists. Requirements can be found in the 2014 Building Code Appendix K, Table N1. Click OK. As you see, we're on the inspection test report. You have general information. In the search section, you have report type, elevated inspection type, test, and report year. There's a drop down, choose the year. Inspection test, 1-year test Category 1. You can choose search by device, ID, address, or bin number. I'm going to search by address. I put in the address, 20 West 34th Street. You must put in the borough and click on to search. Device search results populate. You have a list of devices. You can choose up to 5 devices per filing. And now you're going to choose the device and Category 1 inspection date. You can choose up to 5 devices. If these devices are not able to be used, the system will prompt you. 2 devices have been successfully added to the inspection test report. You click OK. And you see they have been added. If you wanted to delete them, you can click onto the garbage can here to click delete, and the system will delete the devices. I'm moving down. Location information has been populated, and now you must Populate the owner's information, the owner's email address. Once you type in the owner's email, it should automatically fill. You'll see the blue label here. You click onto it. This is pulling from information from the e-filing. I'm going to click onto private. The performing agency information. Performing director or co-director information. If the director or co-director, performing director or co-director is the same for performing inspector, you can put that information here. The license type from the drop-down, pull the license type elevator director, the same as with the performing director or co-director information. Now moving down to the witnessing director or co-director. Filling in that information. The licensing type from the drop-down. And if the witnessing inspector is the same as the witnessing director or co-director, and put that information. You're going to click on to save. Inspection test report saved successfully. And you'll see on the left-hand side, additional information is there. Device details. You have the device IDs, documents, and statements. So now I'm moving down to the device IDs. I click onto the first device. Device information is here. Inspection date, as asking defects exist. If you say yes, add defects button is activated. If you say no, it is grayed out. I'm going to say yes. Click on to add defects, and the system will prompt you, please save changes before performing this action. You're going to click on to save and click OK. Click on to add defects. Choose the defects. Subpart violating conditions. Remedy suggested. Add comments. Defects saved successfully. You can add up to 25 defects. I'm moving down to the next device to add the defects. System again prompts me to save that information. Add the defects, elevator part, elevator subpart, violating conditions, and suggested remedy. And add comments. Defect saved successfully. Now I'm moving over to documents. And once I want to upload a document, I click on to add documents. You'll see here it says document name and document type. And the document type, it says other, that means that there's no required documents, but if you want to upload a picture of the damage, you can. Name the document. Choose the document from the file. And confirm. Document has been uploaded successfully. See, the information is here. I can also do the same for the second device if I wanted to upload a document. I'm moving down to the documents again for the second device. I choose the defect and confirm. Document has been uploaded successfully. Now moving to statements and signatures. The performing agency inspector is the first to sign. If the performing agency director and inspector are the same, I can sign electronically. Once you put a check mark in, there's an electronic signature with the date. You want to click on to save. And now the owner must attest. I'm logged in as the owner. I'm going to the dashboard. And the filing should be the first one there. If not, I click on to refresh. As the owner, I attest, and I get the notification. As owner, you're responsible for submission of this filing with any applicable fees. The performing agency director must now proceed with this filing. Then anyone associated with the filing, including the owner, may pay the filing fee. Until payment is received, late fees or civil penalties will incur for the filing received after the filing deadline. Click on to save. And now the witnessing agency statements and signatures must be completed. I'm logged in as the witnessing agent. I log into the filing itself, go to statement and signatures, and the witnessing agent statements and signatures, the witnessing agency director or co-director signs. If I'm both the inspector, I can attest. Click on to save. And now I'm going back to the elevator director. Hit refresh of the page. And you'll see that everyone has attested. And I am the only one as the elevator director that has the button to proceed. I could click on to proceed. There's nothing missing in the filing. I will have to drop down to preview to file. I click on to next. You'll see the information here, the device. And on the last page, I will have to attest again. And then I click on to proceed. And now it has pay to file inspection with the filing fees. I click on to pay now. You can pay by e-check or credit card or debit. I put in that information, credit card information. And the email address. Click on to continue. Input the credit card information. Expiration date and year, and card verification value. Once the payment has been made, receipt for elevator compliance filing. And on the filing, it says payment made successfully, inspection test report is filed. So click OK. And the filing has been completed. inspection test report, ELB 3, jump up, jump down, personal hoist, 90-day temporary renewal. The steps are the same, so I'm going to move on to affirmation of correction. ELB 29. Affirmation of corrections, you log in, agency director, or co-director, or inspector. Inspection type, up to 5 devices. Select AOC inspection date. Enter the owner's approved agency information. Complete statement and signature. Submit payment, preview before filing, and proceed. Roles and responsibilities, approve agency director and co-director, complete AOC, can upload documents. Second to attest, approved inspector completes the AOC, uploads required documents. The first to attest. Owner can attest after the approved agency inspector, director, or co-director. Again, performing agency director, co-director, witnessing agency director or co-director. If the director is also listed as the inspector, then they are able to complete both the director attestation and the inspector attestation. Affirmation of correction must be corrected within 180 days. TBT and QC, periodic and quality control violations, cease use flags on the date of the AOC submission. Affirmation of correction, filing fee $40. Any user may pay the filing or late fee. Multiple violations within the same year only incurs a fee of $40 on the first ELB 29. 18 months from the date of initial inspection to file an affirmation of correction for CAP 1. Late filing fees can range from between $600 to $1,800 based on the device status. No partial payments are accepted. In order to file an affirmation of correction, DOB validates the following. Elevator inspection test report has a status of accepted with defects. No existing affirmation of correction report with the status of pay to file, and no affirmation of correction report with the status of corrections accepted. If the criteria above is not met, DOB considers the filing a duplicate and will not allow the user to proceed with the filing. So now I'm going to move into a demonstration. I'm back on the dashboard, the elevator safety filing dashboard. I click onto affirmation of corrections. I receive a notification. In the document selection, the following are required to be uploaded. Sworn, an affirmed statement, notarized describing the work done to correct the violating conditions, supporting documents that include copies of all permits, bills, receipts, photographs, and or other proof that violating conditions have been corrected on explanation of why these documents are not available. So now I click on to inspection type, and I can search by the device number, address, or bin. I'm going to put in a device ID. And the device itself comes up. I click on to device details, initial inspection date, AOC inspection date, the information is populated. I put in the owner's information. The owner type. Approved agency information. Director or co-director. And If they are the inspector also, I can put that information here. And now I click on to save. If anything is missing, the system will prompt me. And you see I left out the elevator license type. So it prompted me to input that information. Affirmation of Correction report saved successfully. Under device details, I click on to device details and move down. And as you can see here, Affirmation of Corrections, manage defects. It has the information about the device itself and suggested remedy. What you'll have to do is scroll over. So you have managed defects, defect status, elevator part, violating conditions, suggested remedy. You have to scroll over to see suggested remedy and click on to the view edit. Once you click on to view edit, update defect status. Defect status, was it corrected? Corrected, click on to corrected. You can put in comments. Click on to save. Defect saved successfully. And now moving down to documents, and you'll see the status bar says preview to files, and as we progress through the filing, you see that the status will move. Add documents. Again, the document type, there's a list here of the documents that are required. Fee exempt, sworn, affirmed statements, supporting documents. These documents have to be done individually, one at a time. The first one I'm going to put in is the fee exempt. I choose the file. Confirm. I have to click on to add document again. Next document is sworn and affirmed. Choose the document. I'm going to add the next document, which is supporting documents. And supporting documents must be uploaded. All the documents have been loaded. Click on to save. Statement and signatures. Approve agency inspector statement and signature, and approved agency director or co-director statement. Because I've signed in as both, I can electronically sign. The owner also must go in and attest. Back on the owner's tab, that filing should be up at the top, but it will not be an inspection test report. It should be an Affirmation of Corrections tab. And you have the notification, as the owner, you're responsible for submission of this filing within the applicable fees. The performing agency director must now proceed with this filing, and then anyone associated with the filing, including the owner, may pay the filing fee. Until payment is received, late fees or civil penalties will incur for filings received after the filing deadline. Click on to save. And now I'm going back to the elevator director. I'm going to refresh the page. And in statements and signatures, you'll see that everyone has signed. Going to save. I click on to proceed. And if everything is correct with the filing, you'll get preview to file. All the information is here. I test for the last time. Click on to file. And because we added fee exempt, affirmation of correction report has been filed successfully. Because we added fee exempt, this filing will be going to QA supervisor review, and you can log in at any time to see what the status is as it moves through the process. Now I'm going to move into test notification EOB 36. Test notification, log in the agency director or co-director, select inspection type, add up to 5 devices, enter performing and witnessing statement, witnessing agency information, complete statement and signatures, preview to before filing, and proceed with filing. Roles and responsibilities. Performing agency director or co-director can create and enter test notification, cancel test notification, single attestation. So let's move into the filing itself. I'm back on the dashboard. I click on to test notification ELV 36. I can select by device ID, address, or BIN number. I'm going to choose the address. Choose the borough, Manhattan, and search for the device. You can add up to 5 devices for inspection, inspection date, inspection start time, inspection end time, device location. Inspection start time again, inspection end time, inspection device location. I scroll down, hit add to accept. Devices are input, put it into the system. Performing agency information. Witnessing agency information. Save. Statements and signatures, performing agency director or co-director statement. Click on to save. Test notification report saved successfully. Click on to proceed. Preview to file. Attest one more time and submit. And test notification report submitted successfully. I go back to the dashboard. Should be in test notifications. Should be at the top. And you'll see here in the tab for test notifications, I submitted a filing today. In the action column underneath compliance report status, you have select an action. If you can cancel the notification, it will be active. Still, you may be able to click on the cancel notification and may say this file is not available for cancellation. I click on to cancel. Do you want to cancel the test notification for this device? You click on to yes. Test notification has been canceled. The demonstrations. For resources, you can go to the Department of Buildings website, www.nyc.gov, DOB Now info. You'll find helpful hints. Log in and register for DOB Now. Take advantage of the training tools and classes. Find FAQs and tip sheets for DOB Now. And also, if you go to the, I'm going to go to the main dashboard. Once you get onto the site itself, on the first page, you can scroll down. There are FAQs. And if you're looking for DOB Now Safety, FAQ and resources, you can click onto the hyperlink here. It will take you right to the information about different filings that you can do. You can register for DOB Now Safety. And if you click onto Elevator Resources, you will see the manual and the step-by-step guide. And the presentation that you're looking at now will be there. Look at the public portal. And as I said, you don't need a email address or password. You can just type in the address and street name and borough. Once you input the information, the address, you'll see the property profile, any violation building characteristics. Down at the bottom, you'll have the option for filings, for build job filings or safety compliance filings. I'm going to click on the safety compliance filings. Compliance type, we're looking at elevators. Click on to elevators, and you'll see the filings itself for this address. If I want to view a filing, I just click on to view. And it comes up with the tracking number, general information. Just click onto that in the drop down with the information here. Device information is also here. If you want to start again, you can click onto home, and home takes you back to the first page. If you want to get in touch with someone, with customer service right away, need more help, contact us. This is on the first page. DOB Now. You can click on to need more help, online help for Department of Buildings self-service tool. You click onto the module. It's elevators, select a question. select the job number, enter the job filing number, the reference number, put an explanation as to what you're looking for. Supporting documents, you can upload any supporting documents, your name, your phone number, and email address, and click on the send. Someone should get back to you between 24 and 48 hours. If there are no questions, so again, helpful links are down at the bottom of the home page. If you have any questions, you can send those questions to customer service. Need more help, contact us. The website is www.nyc.gov, DOB Now, Health. Who you can contact if you're having problems with your email address. And this ends the presentation. Thank you so much for joining me.